Copy text, paste text, delete sentence. Alt tab to TikTok. Oh, get away from me, Duolingo. Ugh. Ugh. That's gross. Containment breach. I think I've spelled that right. Containment breach. Then SCP. Containment breach. Save. Go live. Go live. And now we just everything goes smoothly. We just pretend it all goes smoothly. Okay. Well, hopefully this doesn't crash my PC more than it already has. Such a ping at this hour? I've not even done a ping yet. Hello Moon, hello, welcome to the stream. Also, Hydra, I swear you used to like at everyone in your server at 3 AM. And then you just say, you guys sign up for it, or something. Hello Henry, welcome to the stream, hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome. No, I made a roll. Oh. Still. Okay, don't act like that, Kyle. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I know nothing about SCP. I'm gonna be honest, I know nothing about this going in. All I know is I've been asked to play this by a few people now. Enable intro sequence. That looks like spaghetti or something. Okay. Maybe my friends used to play SCP mods in Minecraft. I remember trying this out when I was a kid, I think. I know there's the one that's like a weeping angel. I know there's that, the one that's like concrete or whatever. Oh. Of course you're late again by day. Listen, I was busy, Rab. I was talking in the general chat and stuff. Okay, bye? Bruh. Why you gotta be such a hater? Okay. Oh, we're in. Talking in general chat? I was talking to you, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐴 and Freddy and stuff. I was talking to you guys. Class. Oh, yeah, because we're. How do I double click? Oh, okay. That's D9341. Okay. Yeah, I'm on about the statue Rab. Yeah, that's the one I know. When's the 6-7 time? What does that mean? Oh.
Hey, they've got some work for you. Do me a favor and step out of your cell. Just follow me. Oh, and by the way,
how do I blink manually? Oh, it's B.
So don't try anything stupid.
This game looks old. This is like worse than Gary's mod. I thought this game looked good. Okay. Half-Life 2? Yeah, it's like Half-Life 2 or Half-Life 1 looking.
How's it going? Are you talking to me? Yeah, who do you think I'm talking to? This guy here with the punch in the face? Of course I'm talking to you.
Maybe Portal? I don't know, this looks worse than Portal. This is like a PlayStation 2 game.
Yeah, it's your first day working here.
This one's designed with lights in mind? Ooh.
Really?
Even just the whole game in general doesn't look, or the Shy Guy or the Hard to Destroy Reptile? Shy Guy, no, but that's the guy you can't look at. I remember I watched like a YouTube series with him. I don't know about the Reptile's the one that can like regenerate and stuff, can't it?
Just get in there and follow all the instructions and,
The engine is really bad? What engine is this game in? Dude, look at these models. Look at this. Is that like a real life face scanned onto a 3D model? Take the paper? Paper? Oh. It lags when you grab the paper. Okay.
Attention all Class D personnel. Please enter the containment chamber.
God, this looks worse than I remember. Why is he...
Please approach SCP-173 for testing.
Start blinking? I don't want to...
There seems to be a problem with the door control system. The door isn't responding to any of our attempts to close it. So please maintain direct eye contact with
The camera movement's kind of cool. Oh, it's Halloween! Is that supposed to be like that? Oh, I didn't even... What am I supposed to do there? What am I? I was stuck in that room. What? Get out of the chamber? Okay, well, I didn't know that. Hello Java devs. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're playing SCP Containment Breach. It's going kind of well, I guess. How are you doing though, Java dev? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the gold popular and the heart rate, by the way. I do appreciate that. Not blinking while I look at him. I didn't even manually blink there. That was automatic. But welcome though, Java. Welcome. It's Halloween-y? I think so. Yeah. He has a pumpkin for a face. You can manually save. I'll do that next time. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, thank you, Henry, for the tray of boss summon. Oh my god, okay. Can I save during the intro? Okay. Do you know about the toaster that when you touch it, it makes you think you're a toaster? No, that's a real SCP? Okay. I'm doing pretty bad, to be honest. It's good that you're streaming right now. I'm really sorry to hear that, Java Dev. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I hope your day gets better. I'm really sorry to hear that. SCP-999? I'm not too... Like I said, I don't know anything about SCP. This is my first, like... The poop ghost monster?
Control, this is Agent Aldrin. I need a request to open up cell 311.
I don't know about the poop monster. The cuddly slime? I don't think I know about
I've got
that.
some work for you. Do me a favor and just follow me. Oh, and by the way, we're authorized to kill any disobedient test subjects, so don't try anything
Purpose to
stupid.
make you feel happy? So what are SCPs then? Are they just like, are they all connected or are they just random? It's a really old mobile game? I think it started off as a PC game in the early, like, 2010s. Apparently it's from like 13 years ago. But
Well, I'm definitely not a mind reader. Otherwise,
I know it's like open domain or whatever, where it's like anyone can make an SCP game and stuff. Connected to ARM. Alright, so they're just things that aren't normal. They may threaten human life. Okay.
I don't know. Just tell her it's ketchup. Why would I have ketchup on my hands if I looked at just forget it. Well, we're here. Just get in there and follow all the instructions and
Some become explained.
probably
Okay.
be fine.
Scarlet King.
Oh, and by the
Ooh.
way,
2018. Oh. Damn, it's 2012. So we're playing old games again. Yeah, because the photo is like one of the... That's like one of the well-known SCPs, isn't it?
Class D personnel, please enter the containment chamber.
Jesus, I'm getting a drink, man. Yeah, because I remember this is one of like the OG photos. I don't like why it's got skin marks on it.
Subject D9341, enter the containment chamber or you will be terminated. Please
Yikes.
SCP-173 for testing. There seems to be a problem with the door control system. The door isn't responding to any of our
Chat, this isn't looking too good.
so please maintain direct keep looking at it at all times.
Okay, stop hiding. Press F5 to save. Okay. I need to turn down the audio, dude. Oh my god. That is loud. Jesus. Okay, well, we made it. Chat, I don't... Chat, I don't know what happened. I'm outside the map. How do I get back in? Oh. What did you do? I saved my game, that's all I done. Can I get back in the map at all? Or what is it to reload? Is it just load game? You've got to be kidding me, man. Oh my god, that face. Oh, you can't even see it on TikTok.
Creative warrior.
Okay, I'm not a creative warrior. It's not true. People say Siren Head is an SCP? Ooh. That's like new gen brain rot. I don't know about Siren Head. I've fucked it up already, haven't I? I don't know how I've done this. Can I get back in? Can you eat the SCPs? I don't know, Shard. I don't know. There must be some way to get back in. I'm like... There must be some way. Turn your gamma up? I think it's just because I'm... Screen gamma. It's because I'm out of the map, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭. Maybe just a new save and skip the intro? You think? I don't know what's going on. Oh my god, this game is buggy. Oh my god. Okay, you guys asked for this stream, by the way. This was all on you guys. Okay, skip intro sequence. You broke it. No, it's not my fault. I just saved my game. You're the bug? Okay, why am I the bug? Wanna know about the mask on the loading screen? Yeah, sure. Okay. I love the music. I recognize the music. Press any... Oh, well, there we go. Oh, the skid marks are gone. It's an SP when you wear it, it takes over your body? Oh, so it's like the mask from Lethal Company. Yeah, now they're fucked, aren't they? Are they dead? Trying to walk through any walls again? It wasn't my fault. Okay. Do I need to change my volume settings again? Because I think they went... Yes, they went all the way back up. How do I open this door? What is this? Non-standard space-time. Is this a time machine? Key card is required, okay. 682. So is the whole place just like,
Attention. All personnel.
I don't think she's getting up, is she?
Immediately.
I don't think she's getting up from that. Okay. Go through? Well, no, I just watched that woman die a horrific death. What is... Yeah, chat, what was that? What was that? What was that? Hello, Max. Hello, welcome to the stream, where I don't know what's going on, but welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing good. I'm gonna say hello, Victor, so I'm gonna assume he's there. Hello, you guys. Okay, I have to go. Bait the Tesla gate into shocking. Wait a few minutes before saving, you might be dead. I don't seem to be dead. Okay. I'll save here. Chat, I have no clue what I'm doing. I have to go that way, don't I? Oh, it's gone. Okay, okay. You can walk through Tesla gates? I'm not falling for that. Ooh. Level 1 keycard. Gas mask. Okay, hang on. He's working on a Halloween profile picture? Oh, that's awesome. That's actually really cool. I can't wait to see it. I'm looting from the dead again. You can? I don't believe you guys. Sentient object. Is it just a light bulb? Do you know SCP-106, aka Old Man? I don't think so. What was that? I heard something in chat. That gunshots or a train? What is in that room? Am I collecting different documents and stuff? If I go in here, am I gonna die a horrific death? Get a black hand and goggles. I don't know what that is. Oh well. What have we got? 173. Okay, what about this one? 1048. Okay, I can't read anything apart from Keter, false sense of security, extricated extreme violence towards humans. Okay. What this one? Okay, that's lovely. Can I drop stuff? How do I drop things, chat? Oh, I can just have more slots. What was that? What was that? I saw something. What is that? Chat, you saw that, right? Nope. I have a key card. Let me use it. Oh, of course. You drag the paper to the clipboard. Okay. SCP comrades? I actually don't know what my favorite. I'd say the one I know is the little statue guy, just because it reminds me of the Weeping Angels. 096. That's the one that screams. That's the one I know. That's the one where if you like look at the picture of it, it'll chase after you, and it'll you can't kill it, can you? Like it's immortal. Wallet. I'm stealing the wallet of a dead guy. What's that? Is that a coin? It is. I'm stealing I'm stealing the stuff of a dead guy. Again. It can die, but you can't kill it. What is that? Chat, am I seeing things? Holy shit, Max, thank you for the manifesting. I really need to fix these sounds. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate that, man. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so you're seeing things? I think I am. I'm going insane. Thank you so much, man, for the manifesting. I really appreciate that, though. Thank you so much, dude. That's not seeing things. That's not seeing... Okay. Thank you so much, though, man. I do appreciate it. Okay, now I can, Yeah. They're bats? Oh, is it because of the Halloween event? You're cooked? Nah. We're not cooked. We're fine. We got a key card so we can go somewhere. Don't know where. What's the game? SCP Containment Breach. keycard was used for this one, wasn't it? Security level 2. You evil little shits! Genuinely, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭 and 𝐂𝐨𝐴, go fuck yourselves. You can bait it! You're too close. Oh yeah, okay, go fuck yourself. Oh, I don't know when I last saved! You go in and out? I wasn't even next to it, I couldn't even get close to it.
Language.
Sorry, 𝐁𝐫𝐞𝐚𝐢, you're right. I need to mind my language. You evil little turds. Oh, I'm all the way back here. Okay, I know where to go. Oh, that's a hole on the ground. Don't walk into the yellow line. Stop mistrusting us? Right, okay. Stop trusting you, more like it. Of SCPs. They're pretty cool. I remember like watching videos about them when I was kids and stuff.
I think the shortest way out is through the southeast wing. Follow me.
Did you hear that? Oh. Yeah, he's not getting up from that. LOL. I'll pick up the clipboard. It's right there. Are there voice doggos in the game as well? What's a voice doggo? Ooh, that's a new note. Am I even gonna be able to read this? We're detecting anomalous. That's a thing from SCP lore as well. Yeah, the sun's like a thingy, isn't it? Can you stop making me nerd out, please? Listen. What the fuck was that? Nothing's wrong with nerding out. What was that? It's little bats? What do you mean little bat? That wasn't a bat! That was a thing! That was a creature! Who is the Scarlet King? Because 𝐁𝐫𝐴 mentioned that earlier. I'm not actually too sure who that is in like the SCP lore. Schizo. No, that's not a schizo. That's a thing. That was a living thing. Right, okay. It wasn't even there. It wasn't even there. Dude, this... Why am I playing horror games? Why did I decide to do that? Scarlet King is the Burger King, but Scarlet? Oh. Burger King, but he was evil. Scarlet King fought the Guardian of Eden. So is it like the devil or something? I'm not too sure how this stuff works. There's pumpkins here. Oh, I think that's hilarious. Okay, so how do I bait this? Okay.
You're so bad at this game, it's a joke. Like, get better and stop your skill issue already, you sad streamer.
Right, get back to me when you can spell rap, because Jesus Christ, the amount of spelling mistakes in that is insane. When in doubt, follow the trail of blood. Maybe not, actually. You need to go back for your items? The keycard? That was the level 1 keycard, wasn't it? Oh, there's a dead guy there. Jesus. Need that stuff? Yeah, I know. Clean up on aisle 3. I wonder if there's a Haggis SCP. Honestly, there could be at this point. Should I turn the electricity off? That would be a good idea. Should put keep inventory on. Oh, you're so true. Yeah, you're right. Meh. I'm a dead guy. My opinion doesn't matter because I'm dead. Boo-hoo. Oh, I just heard someone die. Okay, Jesus. Clean up on aisle 3, am I right? We can do this, chat. A lot of times there's SCPs related to the Bible, so it's like biblical, like horror sort of stuff. Like the... Oh, what's that YouTube series that was really into like Bible horror and stuff like that? What was it called? Mandela Catalog, I think. I know that was really like biblical. Okay. Security level 3. Okay. Random author. Yeah, it's like public domain, like anyone could make an SCP. I could make an SCP-67 and name it 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐭. And then, yeah, then it's like an official SCP. If I go through here, I'm gonna die, haven't I? I should probably save, actually. 6-7 is taken. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. How about that? Go in the elevator? I want to see what's over here. Level 3. Scaries? Yeah, scaries indeed. We died multiple times. I thought there was a creature there. It's just a pumpkin though. Heavy containment zone. Okay. When in doubt. What's the point in that? Dude, you can't give me scary stuff and then tell me, oops, scary stuff don't work. Someone's telling me this way. Hello, Freddy. Do you know Greg the best one? I'm not sure. That actually scared me a bit there. I'm not too sure who Greg is, Rab. I do apologise. Ooh, blood. Is that rain? There's like water or something. Heavy containment zone. Is this not the same? Am I in a loop? Ooh, Euclid. What's Euclid? Is that like... I know Keter is bad. What are like the rankings again? Can someone say the rankings? Like semi-safe. Do I have a key? Watch this not work, dude, watch. Yep, but level 3, okay. Why is Duolingo being suggested to me? I saw it earlier. It was a bloody Twitch event thing. Safe is put in a box. Box is fine. Euclid. Okay, yeah, Euclid's like middle tier. Then you grab the hydrate. Okay, I don't need you to dumb it down for me, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭. Object class safe. It's just a human skull, isn't it? How's you, bro? I'm doing pretty good, William. Welcome to the stream. What do I do with 40k points? Scare me. Yes. Where's the note? Why should it not work though? Because I had to turn up my brightness because of 𝐂𝐨𝐴𝐧𝐭. The notes are don't touch. Okay. Chat, I don't know. There might be a bit of a gamma boost. Oh, shit, Jesus Christ. It's windy? Yeah, there's a storm today. When the subject approaches, they will report sensory phenomena, including smells such as cooking meat or ashes, sounds such as softly crying, low heartbeats or breathing, or distant footsteps, and tactile responses such as like grit in the eyes or glass splinters in the sole of the foot. When subjects touch the surface of SCP-1123, they'll experience a dissociative fugue state. Oh, they'll get like new memories and a new identity, including language previously unknown. So it just changes you. If you touch this, you turn into a new person, pretty much. Like mentally. You'll get a new personality, new memories. Touch it. I don't have a keycard for it. Will it work with the keycard I've got? Hang on, let me try. I don't like that, dude. I don't like how I've done that save. Yeah, I need security level 3. Somewhere in those rooms. Okay, we'll look around. Is it on a shelf, possibly? It's probably on one of those dead guys. Encounter a recursive room. What does that mean? Level 1 keycard. Empty cup. Isn't there like a coffee machine one? This is a recursive room, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭. This is a space loop. This is just gonna loop, isn't it? Don't worry, chat, we'll get there eventually. We're gonna get there eventually, chat, don't worry. Yeah, we're almost there. Oh yeah, you can see where it does it there, yeah. Okay. There's a note. The notes aren't too important. They're about the SCPs, really. 1162. I'm guessing this won't work. Security level 2 for that one, okay. It's like watching someone sell water to the sea. 𝐒𝐫𝐞𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐭 hazard. That's Euclid. Okay, level 3. Dude, you could use these as like weapons, I feel like. Weapons of destruction. Oh well, time to take the elevator. I'll save when we get to the bottom. Encounter the creature with many voices? What does that mean? There's no creature. There's a group called the Chaos Insurgency and they do that? What's that? What? Fuck. Get in the elevator. Nope. 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 Okay. That elevator only goes down, doesn't it? You need to go down there for progression, by the way. Okay. Just wants a friend? I don't want to be friends with... Okay. Yep. Oh no, you little shit. There's 2? What is it there? Run! What is that death? What is that death? It keeps hitting my dead body. Oh, okay. There's a skull. Wasn't expecting that. It was eating you? Right, yeah, it sounded like that. I guess. Meat dog. Is dog meat from Fallout? Okay, let's save my sprint. And build a boat for treasure? You built an SCP. Oh. There's a lever here called section... How do I make it go down? Oh, I think I did. Section 3 is apparently open though. Is this section 3? Storage area is 3C. I can't run! Dude, I'm... that actually hurt my throat. Oh my god. Keep wasting your stamina? Okay, it's not my fault. My throat hurts now for that scream. That actually hurt me. I'm putting blood, sweat, and tears into these streams, chat. I'm dying now. Hydrate? I am, yes. See, it's a great idea. Drink energy drinks while playing a horror game. It really gets your heart going, you know? It's gonna be there, but if we keep walking, we'll be fine. Going to make my own SCP? What are you gonna name it? That's the creature! The creature's making that noise, isn't it? Are you okay? Dude, I don't like this. Okay, it's gonna be over here, and we need to wait for a loop. Yeah. There's two of them, isn't there? Come on. Yeah. Thank you, Java Dev, for the 2 Sunday bowls. Thank you so much, Java Dev. I don't think I saw it earlier. Thank you, man. Thank you, I don't know, for the heartbeat, by the way.
What the hell are you?
Oh my god. Hello, I don't know. Welcome to the stream. You've got to be fucking... Oh, dude, you gotta be kidding me. Thank you guys, though. Thank you so much, Java Dev, for the ice cream bowls. The ice cream will help me and make me feel safe. Nice one. Listen, it's my fault. I'm bleeding. How do I heal? Where's my health? Empty cup. Oh, I've stopped bleeding. No, I'm still bleeding. The red water SCP. What's that? Welcome, Pookie. Thank you. I appreciate it. Chat, my head's... Am I bleeding out? I'm getting like woozy. I can't push that lever down. Crap. Use this time to explore? I'm dying. Oh my god, I'm like actually dying. That's the drugs?
Who's that?
Shit, I don't want to die. Oh shit, I don't have a choice, do I? This is supposed to be on the safe difficulty. This is the safe difficulty, chat. What is this? Something? Oh yeah, it's something, I'll say that much. Oh, there's SCP-173. Concrete and rebar with traces of Krylon brand spray paint. Next time, don't walk into the big red dog. Oh, I didn't know it was there, okay. There's a black-handed night vision goggles in there. Preferred? Ooh, that's like elite ball knowledge. How do I... Pain in the ass to tilt. Tilt the towers for night? Hello, Echo Shard. Hello. Made a cup of tea yet again? Ah, hello. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your tea. Good drinking choice. Welcome, though. We're playing SCP Containment Breach. Where... Okay. Genuinely don't remember following, but I'm glad I did. Hello, Toastable Peanut. I don't think I've seen you in the stream before. Welcome, though. I'm not British, but tea is so good. Tea's pretty good. Okay. Oh god, it's right there. Hang out, better drink my tea and go to bed? That's fair. I will. Oh, Jesus Christ, Henry. I will say, Echo, this is probably not the best stream to watch before bed. I will say that. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. Makes clicking sounds? Oh. Thank you for the hydrate. I'll do that now. Thank you, Rab. I hear like, are you British? I'm Scottish, yeah. Let me turn up the gamma. You really can't see anything like this, can you? Okay, one of them's right there. Hello Victor, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. We're hiding from
I thought I lost you for a moment there.
that guy. He looks... Yeah, no, that's, he looks. You put on the gas mask. Oh, that makes my vision even worse. You called the elevator. Okay, I know I called the elevator, but like... Oh no. Is it okay to put 4 to 5... that sounds decent, I'd say. Okay. They're not dogs, no. It's just my dog cupcake. Great, you found nothing. I'll go back down there. I've been here before. Oh, I have, haven't I? Pet them? I'm not petting them, they're not dogs. Did you want pets? Okay. They're not adorable dogs. Stop calling them that. Hello Lobster, hello, welcome to the stream. Save, yeah. I need to put on the gas mask again, don't I? Okay, where's the stuff do I find? Is it like on the shelves? Something tells me if I go down here, I'm gonna die. Okay, yep. Well, I'm skipping out here since I drank all my freshly hot tea. I'll see you around, Echo. I hope you have a good day. Look, I'll see you around though. Not there. Okay, yeah, I know now. I know not to go in there. Are you going back up? Because I didn't know, okay? I don't know. I don't know anything about SCPMs or like stuff like that. I kissed the big red dogs? Oh. Is forward then right? Isn't it right the way I came? Or do you mean forward here then right? Oh, fine, go through the smoke. Okay, it's not fine. Do I have to go through smoke? Ooh. Forwards. Oh! Not right! No, not forwards! Right, okay. That's where the item is? Okay, so the item is in there. You got a crouch there? Well, I know that now at least, I guess. You just got unlucky? Oh, what is that? It's like an alien or something. Is he lying? Let me check. I shouldn't be lagging? I don't think I am. Oh, I alt-tabbed while the game... Oh. They're deaf and can't hear? Do I just have to wait for it to come out, or do I have to like bait it? Oh shit, dude, it's right there. I sent it to in the art channel. I'll check it when I get the chance. That's awesome though. Oh yeah, I'll check it now. That guy's not going anywhere. Let me see. Oh, that is sick. That's actually really cool. Oh my god. That is sick. Oh my god, okay, that's actually really cool. Oh, let's go. I'll put that in. I need to save that. That's actually really sick. Okay, I'll forward that to the art channel. Oh my god, sorry I can't do backgrounds? No, it's all good. That's actually really cool. What's the date today? It's 3rd of the 10th, isn't it? 3, oh, no, hang on, I can't find the numbers. 10. That's actually sick, though. Yeah, there we go. That's actually really sick, though. Thank you so much, man. I need to make that my profile picture when I get the chance. I don't know if TikTok should be fine. It's not like that disturbing. Although it is a bit disturbing. It should be fine. Okay. Try to not make it too intense. It looks like it's like I'm a ghost, but I'm like possessed or something. It's not moving for the audience in general. Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate it, man. That's actually sick. It's actually really cool. Don't move. Okay, I know not to move. The creature's not moving either. You're my new user. Alright, and my thing's pretty epic. What a cute puppy. This is not a puppy. Okay. I'm about to bleed out, I think. Give it a kiss. I didn't care what to do. Oh. That's quite, that's something. Interesting thing to be talking about in the kitchen, I guess. It was 𝐒𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐭 fault. Ooh, that's true. Can we, like, blame this on 𝐒𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐧 again? It's so cutesy. It's named Cupcake and it wouldn't hurt a fly. It needs pets? It doesn't need pets, it just ate me. I can't pet it now because I'm dead. Just get better at the game. If only it was that easy. If only it was that easy. Oh, okay. He's gonna loop around, isn't he? Why is it coming towards me? Okay. Throw some hands? I wish there was an option to do that. I think I could take it in a fight. I think I could. Ooh, hello. Sure. Yeah, it'd be fine. What else?
Who's there?
He's almost dead. Oh shit. He's right behind me, isn't he? Why are you whispering? I don't know, okay. I wouldn't be surprised at this point if they could hear me. For all I know, they can. What's the point of this game? I think you're just trying to escape the facility. It's like, you're in a facility with a bunch of these, like, freak, like, creatures. And now you're just trying to get out of here. Thank you for the harmony, by the way, Victor. I don't know if I said thank you for that, but thank you for the harmony. Oh, there's the hand. But, okay, now leave? Yeah. How do I take off these things? The basking ball! Let's go! Thank you for the basking ball, Victor. This will help us escape now. We have to how do I drop something? Oh, there we go. Yeah. I just got a severed hand. Basking ball. This will help us. Throw it at the creature. The basking ball or the severed hand? That might work though. We could use the hand as like a bait. What do you drop? There's a spare gas mask. Basking ball? See, what if it is the basking ball? What if he just wants to play? Like, what if that's just the whole thing the whole time? The creature just wants to play with us. And we just act scared and that's why it runs off. It's just a little puppy. Yeah, he's just a little puppy. Save? Ooh, good call. He's just a puppy. There must be like a spare key card. Oh, there's the dead woman from earlier. Or is that a different one? Where am I going now? I actually have no clue where I'm going. That is not a puppy. I don't know. It doesn't. Why is the Twitch descriptions about Minecraft? It shouldn't be. Rip. Misclick, guys. Misclick. Oh. It's a Sorcerer microcomputer built in 1978. That's like my PC. I wouldn't be surprised if my PC's like possessed in some sort of way. Like, it's got wires hanging out of it. It's like been dying this whole time. I wouldn't be surprised if my PC's like, you know, possessed with some sort of ghost. Thank you, Revan, for the heart, mate. I do appreciate that. Okay, Henry, you need to stop saying that, because people are believing you sometimes. You can't go around saying, I killed a pregnant woman. Because that's not cool. That sounds really bad. Welcome to the stream, though, Revan. I hope you're doing good. Okay, I don't think I went this way. We're playing SCP Containment Breach. Chat, it's like Among Us. It's like the vents from Among Us. Okay, I don't know what that was about. Is this the bathroom? I think someone's... Ugh. Okay. I have 300 likes, don't spend it in one place. Ooh, thank you, thank you. I'll try not to. Do appreciate that. Navigator. Ooh, what is this? Okay. Massive horror fan and everything? Yeah. This is quite interesting. Ooh, level 2 keycard! What is it, B? Is it just stuck there? Save? I feel like saving right in front of a scary creature is okay, it can't get me. Okay. Don't break eye contact with it, it's fine. Wouldn't hurt a fly, that guy. Okay. That's way too fast. That's like... That's worse than the Weeping Angel. That actually is insanely fast. I wasn't expecting... I thought I'd have a second to, like, quickly turn and press the button, but no. No! Wait. Jesus. Okay. Yep. Okay. Quick. Press the fucking button. Can I not close that door? No? Okay. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why is this not closing? Okay. That buys us like a second or two of time. Snaps your neck at the base of the skull. Yeah, that's similar to what the Weeping Angels do sometimes. Drop the level 1. Okay. The Weeping Angels will just sneak up and snap your neck. Okay, that's the elevator of death. I don't want to go in there. That's also an elevator of death. Save. Level 3. I don't like this, chat. I really don't like this. Bingo! Oh, level 1. Random errors in time? Sometimes they do that. Other times, there was that one episode where they just go around snapping people's neck. But it's because the angels are too weak to send people back in time, I think. But yeah, sometimes they just snap people's neck for the fun of it. Oh, first aid kit. Yes. Take the playing card. You cannot carry any more items. Okay, go to the battery. Right. Place the goggles battery, yeah. There we go. What is this? Oh, it's a map! Hello, Required. Hello. Busy day today? I'll see you around, Victor. I hope you have a good night, man. Thank you so much for the awesome profile picture. It's genuinely really sick, dude. I hope you have a good night, though, but... yeah, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Also, my hands are blue because I dyed Max's hair, and his are green because he dyed mine. Oh. You guys are just the blue and green twins now. Oh, I don't... what the fuck is that noise? What is that? Chat, what is that? Have fun. I'll see you around, Victor. I hope you have a good night, man. Thank you so much. Am I dead or am I not dead? Escape the old man's pocket dimension. Okay, I don't think I escaped. Why didn't you run? Because he was in the way. I didn't know if I could run, okay? Some of these things are dangerous and some of these things are not, okay? You were so unlucky you just died immediately? Oh. Yay me! I guess. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Where are we? We're over here now. No, it's this way, isn't it? You're dead either way, pretty much. Nah, I'd win. Apart from all those times I didn't win. That's like, it's kind of irrelevant. Do we take a radio transmitter chat? Oh my god. Hello, brother. Hello, welcome to the stream. Counting down the days? Days until Halloween or Christmas? Welcome, though, welcome. The day? Oh? Your birthday? I know that's coming up, isn't it? Yeah, Time Angels and Flesh and Stone. Yeah, I remember Flesh and Stone. That's the one where they're on the spaceship, isn't it? I think. Well, this is camping. That not so much. Purple gem person being sarcastic with me? I'm not too sure. Hang on, let me just check. What's going on? Oh, it's on the general chat. Oh, something's in the auto mod. What's this? Oh shit, I think someone's been hacked. Uh-oh. Hang on, chat, I need to ban something. Oh. Let me see what that link is. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, no, that's a ban. Someone called Willow Based. How do I kick? Possibly act. They came up in the auto mod. They were posting like screenshots of some like Elon Musk shell thing where it's like, I followed Elon Musk on Twitter, then I got 500 in this weird gambling app or something. It came up in VC1, like in the text channel there. But yeah, luckily nothing came through, but the guy's banned. Oh well. Yeah, that's okay. Yep. Yeah, let's just leave that guy to do his thing. It can walk through everything? Right, okay. That's nice to hear. What the fuck, dude? What am I supposed to do here then, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭? I'll see you around, Moon. I hope you have a good night. Yeah, I hope you have a good night, though. Oh my god. What am I supposed to... Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my god. Did you die? Yeah, I opened the door. And I died instantly. It's the old man who's walking through walls, apparently. Oh, there's the spatial room, yeah. My nan follows me through the walls? Oh. That sounds like something. Oh my god, is that real? Apparently I've kicked 1,354 people on my Discord. Thank you, Moon, for the hydrate as well. I do appreciate the hydrate before you go. It's Mud Portal Grandpa, yeah. No, but I don't know. Hello, Red Right Hand. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Kyle, as well. What happened to trying to be nice? That didn't last long, it seemed. Welcome, welcome. Playing card. I'm being nice. Oh, man. Guess what? What's up, butter? What's up? 135 people? No, apparently we've kicked 1,354 people at my Discord. I was gonna do Moon Knight? Oh, you're gonna do Moon Knight. Ah, right, that makes sense. I guess that's sort of been said. Smells? Okay. Save. See, that's what the creature was, though. So if I open this... Oh, okay, now it's not. You did by yourself? No, it just means like in the whole of the Discord, so I don't think it's just me. Thank you for the offer. I'm doing pretty... I can hear it, man. Okay, yeah. Oh, great. What do you mean, oh, great? Oh. Grat. Okay, bye, Frio. I'll see you around, man. I'll see you around. So, listen, something's got at least... What am I supposed to do? I've just fell in quicksand. Are we banning 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭 yet? Pick? Okay, there's a bit of paper here. Burnt note. 1131. Oh god. Oh, whoa. Do I keep continuing? Run? I can't run. Ooh, watch out for that. There's a chance you survive? Oh boy. That's lovely. A quote-unquote chance. I'm gonna punch this monitor. Oh, there's the dog thing. Yikes. Or whatever you'd call it. Is that a dog? I don't know if you'd call it that at this point. It's something, though. Survive? Oh. Be the first you punch the monitor? You gotta run. You're in his realm. I can't run, though. It didn't let me. It's a puppy. It's not a puppy. Stop calling it a puppy. So am I, like, destined to always run into the old man? Or is there a way I can escape him? Because it seems like I'm just destined at this stage of the game to keep running into him. Yes? So there is a way of escaping. How do I do it then? That's the infinite corridors. Let's not go that way. No, like you're destined? Oh. Okay, bye. I'll see you around, Kyle. Okay, yep. Elevator, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Elevator, start moving. Okay. Oh, I went to his dimension, but now I'm dead again. What's the point of being sent to his dimension if I just die? See, this is what I have with problems with games like this. Is that it doesn't teach you anything. All of this stuff I know is because you guys are teaching me. Mapseed Glump. Oh, that's so funny. Ha ha ha. So we can eat you? Oh yeah, but like... Hello Alfie, hello. Welcome to the stream. Okay. I might have died? Yeah, maybe. Quite so. The creepy old man is here. Do you want a lore drop? Yes, sure. How's the game going? It's going kinda well. Okay, I think I'm supposed to fall into the moist puddle here, I'm guessing. Oh no! Who could have seen this coming? You are an SCP in the game? Oh. Okay, that could be good. Oh no! Can I sprint at least? Nope, no sprinting. No, it's gone. Oh no, there it is. Go, Ori, see if I'll see you around, Java Dev. I hope you have a good night, little man. But it's nice seeing you in the stream. Oh, it's different now. Yeah, I'll see you around though. Hope you have a good night. I can hear. Oh, I can sprint now. That's useful. Am I just in the facility or what? Or is this still in the pocket dimension? Hey, you made it? Made it where? The old man's still after me. Never mind. Yeah, I've not made it anywhere. That's his room? Oh shit, it's a dead end. You can't contain him just yet? I can't see anything. Me neither, okay, don't worry about it. Oh, that's not even the right SCP, is it? What is this? Oh, okay, I see what we're doing now, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭. We're trying to lure him back into his room and then lock him up. Is that what we're doing? He should be down those stairs by now. A femur breaker. Is that a thing they put Peter Griffin in? Chat, what is going on here? He was chasing me, now he's gone. Shit. Okay, worth a shot. There's another staircase over here. He needs to get his attention again. I don't want his attention. I want to be away. Okay. What's 297? What one's that? Guessing the hand wouldn't work for this. Access denied, yeah. Oh well, worth a shot. Am I injured? I'm really wobbly. Oh, hello Hydra. Nerd. Okay. What? Why am I getting insulted out of nowhere? What's happened? Oh. Encounter the shy guy. Why is it saying that? I kind of want to save my game and see what happens. Oh, it appears to be locked. Okay, we found him, chat. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. He's gotta do the scream. Why'd you look for? Okay, I didn't know he was gonna be right there. I just closed the doors. I'm gonna be fine, right? Build a bear. Oh, is that the bear we saw in the earlier one? Okay, he can break anything? Okay. No, he's not. He's not gonna do shit to me, okay? Nothing is gonna happen. I was only looking at him for like 5 seconds straight. He breaks doors? Good, I need some doors broken. It worked! It worked! Oh. Yeah, not so tough now, buddy.
Hey, that's cheating.
No, he can break anything, apparently. Oh! Oh my god! Okay, that... Jesus Christ! Oh my god, okay. I wasn't expecting him to do that. Actual, like, jump scare. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Mango Efkin, for the Harvey as well. Jesus Christ, dude, that was a jump scare and a half there. Oh my god. Well, that was lovely. Jesus Christ. Can I have a VOD? I want to edit something. I can try and give you the link to a VOD. I don't know if I can send you a whole VOD though, because it's like... yeah, this is the Steam version, so I'm getting all the Steam achievements. Mediafire? What VODs do you want, Hydra? Is it this one? Because I can try and send you a VOD. This, yeah? Yeah, sure. I could try and send you a VOD after stream. I just realised Twitch sees the whole Steam overlay. You guys get to see my FPS and shit. Okay, if I just look... If I avoid him, it's fine. Okay, we're fine. Where's the femboy SCP? I don't think there is one. Oh, there probably is. It's free domain, isn't it? 24 FPS? Actually, I'm getting 276 apparently. Okay, Steam's saying 280. Well, the SCP game is saying 80, so I don't know which one. Sure, how I mean? Yeah, I could try and send it over to you. I'm back where I've started. After live? Okay, that's all good. But yeah, I'll try send it over Mediafire. I might be able to just give you a link to download it, like, directly from Twitch, I think. Any Halloween costume ideas? Last dude said yellow Pikmin. Try and be... Ooh. Could try be Dexter. That might be a cool Halloween costume. I feel like that would be more, like, modern. I know Dexter's pretty, like, popular right now. You get a link to Sib's video? Yeah, I could send that over to you. Did you see the teddy bear? Yeah, we saw the teddy bear earlier. I'll see you around though, Mr. Sticky. Hope you have a good Halloween. Thanks, man. No, that's a good Hydra. Well, I'll say word of warning, it's gonna be like... I got goggles for these. The VOD's gonna be hours long. It's not gonna be just hours long, it's gonna be quite, large? I think it'll be 8 gigs around about. I don't know what any of that meant. That's why, okay. Do you know the Build-A-Bear with human guts in it? I did not know that. No, that's... Okay. I spy with my little eye something that says on. Can I take this off now? Yeah. Look at that chap, pro gamer. They're zombies, aren't they? They're not real. They're zombies. Okay, what if I try juke them? Numpty? What am I being called a numpty for? Oh, yeah, come here. Come here. Ooh. Come on, you two. Yeah, don't get shy on me. Yeah, come on, guys. Come on. Stupid little shits. Get fucked. First aid kit. Should I use that on myself? You're plague doctor? Oh, this is the plague doctor! Using the plane? Oh. Okay, okay. Is he in here? Save? Okay, I'll save. Okay, the door knocking is actually kind of too quiet now. Hallelujah. Level 4 keycard! Holy, we're in the big leagues!
Start digging in your butt, twin.
What?
Okay, thank you for the digging in your butt. I was once his test subject in a Gmod SCP roleplay server. Okay, I have saved. Oh wait, no, I'll save again. Save in here. Generator power feed. Yeah, that does something. Okay. Turns him into a zombie. Okay, yeah, this guy, right? Why is he low-key kind of chill? Like on a for real note. Okay, okay. It's a joke, man. Chill. Fucking hell. God. People nowadays can't take jokes. I have an unban request. Is it from Double Z? It seems fair. Send it in mod chat and I'll check. I don't recognize that name. Shit. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Yeah, send in mod chat, I would check that out, but I don't recognize the name. That's lovely. POV glump. Let's see. I don't remember what stream that would have been from. That's fine. Yeah, you could. I'd say that's fine to let through. Hello, 𝐒𝐸𝐸. Sorry, I do apologize. Welcome to the stream. I'm like trying to multitask here. It's upgraded. Oh, I forgot a level 4 keycard though. That's the thing. Oh, that worked. Although I'm kind of back where I am. Hello there, 𝐒𝐸𝐸. How are you doing today? Can I use a teleport machine and just The voices are telling me to open. Ooh, revision eye drops. There's a dead guy on. There's a P90 on the elevator. Ooh, hello. Yeah, go grab. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go grab the P. It's a shame we can't jump. Oh. Put a night vision mask on. Okay. You on about back here where there's the voices? Can I see some sort of unworldly horror? Oh, I can. I can see something over here. Oh, it's a dead body. There's an SCP that you can only see with them on. Oh. That's lovely. Ooh. SCP, but all the creatures are British. That's the grandpa, isn't it? Oh, shh! What was the code earlier? Crap! 1177? Shit, what was the code we saw earlier? It was on that paper. 2572. Is that? No, I swear there was more one. There was a 1 in there. 2572. Access denied. 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐭, do you know this? Okay, it's not 67. It might be 67. It's not 69. It was a 1. Okay, I'm googling it. SCP code in man. SCP multiplayer. Oh, there's too many games. Here, 57. Okay, 5731. Access denied. Yeah, I have no clue, chat. It's in that old man dimension. 1234. Okay, hang on. 1537. That rings a bell. No. What? Okay, let's do it. How does that phone number? Okay, 4301. Access denied. Depending on the seed? Oh, so it's different every time. Well, we're not going in there. Huh. Yeah, that's not happening. Oh. Yeah, it's all seed-based, isn't it? So... Oh my god! Oh, don't you bloody dare do that again! Well, we got what we wanted, chat! We got what we wanted! Oh, use his first aid kit, I guess. Oh my god. Right around the corner. You managed to stop the bleeding, okay. Chat, I don't even know where the code is. Dude, this is really nauseating. 1131, that's it. 1131, okay. Now I've got a notepad here. SCP 1131 door code. What was that? Is it true that in this world your kidneys fail? What? Oh, like in this Dimension? I'm not too sure, if I'm honest with you. Thought you didn't own a pencil? I stole one off for Kieran recently. SP1131B? I'm not too sure. Oh, please be the way out! Damn it. Hello Shadow, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good tonight. Welcome. Oh! Why are you Loki a freak? Okay. This is why I hate old people, dude. Jorgen is here? Jorgen moans. Why do you hate yourself? Oh, you're so funny. After a long time? I reckon you used to be on the TikTok, didn't you? Welcome, welcome. I haven't seen you in the streams in a long time. I hope you're doing good. Honey Nut Cheerios? Honey Nut Cheerios are good, yeah. Okay, there's no witch doctor this time. Or no, is it witch doctor? I don't know what it's called. Nothing happened. Okay, Jesus Christ. Nothing happened. Am I tweaking? Okay, Jesus. Or do I need to do this? Don't I? Generator. I need to add more screams on Twitch. They should. Yo, Loki, why is this guy a freak? Yeah, why is this guy a freak, Loki? Bye bye. Let's go. Don't use TikTok, I found you when you're trying to make something in Minecraft. Alright. Well, welcome then, chat. Welcome. Hope you're doing good. I can hear... What am I supposed to do in that situation? What am I supposed to do in that situation? Oh my god. Gang, shall I hang out with my friends tomorrow? I think that'd be a good idea. I think that'd be a great idea. Just walk out. Okay, I didn't have a choice. I was about to blink. You can touch it but not blink. The thing is, I was automatically gonna blink then anyway, so it was too late. Well, we get to do all this again. These spawns are ass, dude. White pumpkin? What's the white pumpkin? I don't think that's his name, is it? Okay. Blink, blink. I'm like manually blinking. The door didn't even open yet! The door didn't even open yet. What is this? This game is actually like buggy as hell. Oh my god, okay, what the hell is that? SCP-266. Dude, this game is bugged. Oh, stream this. This is gonna be a good idea. Nothing can go wrong with this. You clicked it just as it opened? Sleeps like a baby? I don't know. not gonna be sleeping after this. That's the night vision one? No, that was the bloody snap neck guy one. Is he destined? Because he wasn't there the first time, so is he just gonna always spawn there? Like, are we just always destined to have him? You evil little shit, why did he not get in? Why did he not get in? Oh no, because I locked the men in there earlier. This game is rigged. This game hates me. Like, it actually hates me. Okay, good. Ah ha ha ha! You're so funny. You're so funny. You're so funny, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭. You know that, right? You're so funny. Ha 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 ha! He did outsmart me. Yeah, that's true. I don't like the creepy music as well. The creepy music is not helping here. Punch 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭. If I would, I could. Oh, if I could, I would. Yeah. Okay, Jesus, thank you, perhaps. The boss on there. Alright, let's make sure he actually goes in here. I don't know if the IKEA one is in the game. I know it's like a real thing. It's just an infinite IKEA, isn't it? Everyone's asleep, so I can't text the homies. Why can he open the door? He wasn't able to do that last time. Am I in a permanent death loop now? I saved right there.
There you are.
Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. I'm saving here. Oh my god. That was an insane clutch there. That was actually insane. What just happened? My charger is broken? Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry to hear that, Henry. Okay, I'm gonna save again while I get the chance. What just happened? So much just happened in the span of 10 seconds. Oh my god. Why didn't I? No, I'm just too good. I'm something of a pro, yeah. It was this way, wasn't it? I can hear voices again. Okay. It's on the paper. 1131. Shed. 3-1. Access denied! This isn't the right code. No, it's 1131. That's written down on the paper. Does it change each time? No, it's the same seed at least. So it's a code for a different door. Okay. For fuck's sake, look who it is, guys. Creepy old man is back again. Oh, Jesus. The goggles are gonna help at least. Oh my god, he just teleported! What is that? Okay. Manyard's office. Okay, well that's good to know. Dr. Manyard's office. Whatever that room is, we have no clue. Ooh, SCP-096. Or 9, yeah. was the 035 room. That's the night vision one that was stood there? Yeah, because that's different. It looks similar to 096, but yeah. Or maybe I just don't go downstairs, you know? Yeah, I'm something of a pro myself. Okay, well he's gone. Is that an old man puddle, or what is that? Keep accidentally unreposting? I forgot stream reposting is a thing. Thank you for reposting the stream though. Do I take the... where did the teddy bear go? My friend. Oh, there he is. Hi. Let me get you out of here. No, it doesn't work, buddy. I'm sorry. You're so cute. Yeah. SCP-008. Well, I can't let you out, buddy. I'm sorry. Did I see something? Probably, yeah. There's multiple. Yes, I would like to... Bye, guys. It was nice speaking to you, but I gotta... Do I want to go this way, or...? Are they cool? They look cool, right, guys? I'm assuming... Is that just the same way we were? Is this an infinite loop again? Don't look like... Okay, whoa. Let's not be judging people on how they look, okay? Just because they look like murderous demons doesn't mean they are. Where's the teddy bear? That I'm not too sure. Ooh, a maintenance room. My favorite emo? Oh. Pretty sure he eats humans? Okay. We all make mistakes, Henry. It's L from Death Note. I can't read fucking cursive, dude. How am I supposed to read that? Well, we're not doing any maintenance, it seems. Bye, alright, I'll see you around the theater. I hope you have a good night out. I'll see you around. Oh, he's gonna die? Okay, no. Sure, the teddy wrote? The teddy just done a drawing. Hang on, where is it? Drawing. This was a... Oh, hang on. Have I just been stabbed? Oh, I have! Oh, shit! Run! Gotta lift the lockdown back into light containment. Okay, bandage one running bridge, the bleeding completely, okay. It's not good. Well, we all make mistakes, okay? We all make mistakes. Okay, chat. What if we do a funny haha and we put on the mask? Shit. Yeah, we're fucked, aren't we? No, we're not. Security class 5! I didn't even know there was a 5! Oh, bruh. Damn it. This game hates me. Teddy bear writes it on paper. It was just a warning note telling us about the falling through the floor, but... What is that? It's like a Russian sleep experiment. Oh nice, it got out. And left behind some night vision goggles though. 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐴's fault, as usual. Be right back? Okay, I'll see you around, Henry. There's gotta be meds or something, dude. None of these doors work. We're like bleeding out and stuff. Ooh, chat, we're getting woozy. Getting woozy doozy in here. This. What do you want? Power feed. Oh no! Oh, piss. I might be dead anyway. Oh. Of course I get bloody cornered. Ha 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 ha! That's my luck. I have bad news. What's the bad news, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐴? Is it that we're not supposed to be at this part of the game? Because I feel like that might be a part of it. Do you want the bad or good first? Is there good news? Because I don't know if there's good news here, is there? I guess there might be. Okay, what do you mean there might be good news? I'm sat here bleeding out. Its time is now? You're soft locked? Right, I thought it'd be something like that, yeah. I feel like I shouldn't be at this stage of the game, because I went straight to like level 4 keycards or something. Level 6 took you to heavy, honestly, as good as this stream is, you could get to the good news is, okay, what's the good news? You could no clip. I'm not. Oh, this game is bugged, dude. I thought this was. Isn't there a better SCP game out there? Because I swore there's one with better graphics at least. Because this is very janky, I have to admit. I'm still bleeding, am I? You can enable the mod menu in settings, think? Okay. LCZ. That's the thing though, even if I do no clip, I can barely see around like outside the map. You know how I glitched accidentally? So like even if I no clip, I don't think it's going to benefit me because I'm not going to know where I'm going. I think I'm just royally... I think I'm just screwed at this point, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐴. No clip through the wall. Okay, that's broken. It's back where I spawned. Find the entrance first. I'm bleeding out. I need to find a medkit first. Yeah. You gonna carve pumpkins or no? That I'm not too sure. I'm all the way back here. It took me back in a circle. Oh, how did I end up here? Because I swear it was a different way we went last time. So we did not go through this unless that's a different bit. I'm like slowly bleeding out, chat. Not that way. 049. This place is like a maze, dude. I actually have no clue where I'm supposed to be going. Not like... Oh, what do you want? Oh, it's a dead end. Of course it is. That's just my oh my god, dude. This is actual... There? Wait, no. No. Keycard was inserted in the slot. Oh, wait. I'm back here. I remember this place. Yeah, light testing chamber. I'm not soft locked, I'm just... Yeah, because that's where... Fuck. I am soft locked in this sense, because I'm bleeding out. Well, I know where to go now. Ish. No, I don't. It's a maze. It's a maze. Oh, there's the vending machine. Yeah, I know the vending machine one. That one you can just put in. It'll like create anything, won't it? Like it can make any drink. Okay, I remember a bit. We go this way. I feel like something's following you. Yeah. It's the one with the TV that was off. Oh, you cock.
I'm gonna show you my cure is most effective.
Damn it. You what? Listen, okay, it's not my fault. I said that over anger. It's got still rage. This game is buggy, okay? Any item from the liquid including oxygen, metal, humans, rock? Okay, it's not buggy. This game is buggy, okay? You can't deny that. You have to acknowledge how buggy this game is. Like, it is... I can hear him, yeah. Okay. Ooh! Nope. Yep, we can't juke him. What am I supposed to do here? Because he wasn't spawning there last time, I swear. Should I just take a right instead? Dumbass? Okay, well, no. It's made me dumbass for trying something. But he wasn't spawning there last time, and now he is, so I'm kind of soft-locked. Why do you have a play card in your inventory? I got told to take it. I know nothing about SCP lore, so... Even liquid gold? Yeah, it's like any liquid. Like, for example, if I wanted to, I could tell it, give me a cup of Henry's blood. And it would give me a cup of your blood, but you would obviously lose a liter of your blood or whatever. Could have gambled a bit. Don't need it anymore. Oh, that's good to know. Do we need the drawing as well? Liquids of the gods? What does that do? Does that just, if you drink it, you become a god? I'm in piss. Oh. Right, okay. Now it's not here, that's great, but I've been stabbed by Stabbity McStab ghosts. Chat, where's a medkit? I need a medkit. Okay, that doesn't work. Tested cup of Joe, they give him a liquid form of the body mass of the nearest person named Joe. Yeah! That's the one I know about. I remember seeing the YouTube video about that. Stop getting stabbed? It's hard, okay? I'm in central London. It's hard to not get stabbed here. Okay, we're fine. We're pushing 100 viewers, are we actually? Oh damn, we are! Jesus! Oh mate, give me some of your cheddar, bro. Give me some of your cheese. Oh, please don't spawn, please don't spawn, please don't spawn. Okay, now he didn't spawn. 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭, look, it's you! I'm so funny. Run! Oh, bruv, give me your cheddar, mate. Give me some of your cheddar. Yeah, that's what's chasing me. It's the night vision bloody creatures. Oh, thank God! Holy moly! Oh, he's so funny. Yeah, that's true. I dabble in a bit of humor. Why is it outside? Hello, Miss. Hello, welcome to the stream. Save? If I save, I'm gonna be in another soft lock, aren't I? Thank you, Miss, for the heart, mate. Am I still bleeding? I am, aren't I? That wasn't me. Oh, no, you better not. Go! Shoo! Go away! Go away! Go away! Ha 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 ha. This is just SCP. Oh, thank you, Joseph, for the follow. Thank you for followed. Appreciate it. It's just SCP. What am I playing again? Containment Breach Multiplayer. That's what we're playing. Do they have in this? They've got a lot. I know that much. Oh, you bloody little stabby. Okay, yes, doctor. Bye, doctor. I don't need any medical assistance. Thank you, Miss, for the heart, mate, though. I do appreciate that. But there's like a lot of SCPs in this game, and I mean a lot. Bye bye. I'll see you around. Hope you have a good night, though. How you finding the game so far? It's both good and bad. It's You've got to be kidding me! You've got to be kidding me, man! Oh, that's awful. Lure him? Lure him what? Oh, what can I do in that situation, okay? Run. I'm trying, man. I'm bleeding out, so I can't do anything. I'm getting chased by, like... Gets rid of him. The problem is that I can't run. Or I can't run very far, at least. Because I'm, like, so injured. I wish there was a health bar, but no. Don't have health bars in real life. That's what 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭 said, but obviously you don't have a blink meter in real life as well. Where am I even going, dude? I don't actually remember. It's like the Tesla from Calamity. I have a blink meter. You don't even blink, you're like a lizard. Remember the broken wall? That was like from the start. Oh! I didn't even place a palm on the scanner. That's quite... I just picked up... Chat, what does the old cowbell do? Why would you grab that? Okay. Ring the bell. I didn't know it summons him. Oh, piss. You guys could have told me that. Oh, of course it's level 5. I just said it... Okay. Bingo! I need a Tesla gate, don't I? Where's a Tesla gate when you need one? Buy Kai a diamond ring? I'm not buying him a diamond ring, what? Yeah, go around the creepy floor. He's right behind me, isn't he? Henry, chill. Back here. Am I still bleeding? I am, slightly, aren't I? I'm losing blood. Oh, Jesus. Where am I going? Get a bandage? I would if I could. You've got the other. Please, 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 please. Bingo. He's not chasing me anymore. Why are you hurt? Gee, it's almost as if the murderous creatures are chasing me. I don't know. There might be a correlation there. Ooh. I'll save. Yeah, I don't know. What? Why? Is that a Declaration of Independence? Oh, it's musical notes. Ooh, there's a hand. I'll take that. It's like why do you walk so? I think it's because I'm drunk. Okay, fuck. You pushed the button but nothing happened. 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭, how do I turn this off? You gotta close the door? I can't. I like physically can. Well, I just... Okay, I'm safe. I've got a severed hand again. But you opened it. I didn't know it was gonna be that, okay? You should probably read the things. Oh well, I got, Oh. What kind of things are going on here? That's the gambling room? We put stuff in it. Shoot stuff out of. Okay, so like... What did I just put in there? Did I put in the drawing? Okay, and if I grab the playing card... Ooh, yeah, gas mask. If I grab the glass... Electronic components. Is it just gambling random things I've got? I got a MasterCard. I'm losing stuff, chat. I'm not... Take the MasterCard? Okay, fuck it, we'll gamble. Okay, we've lost the night vision. We've lost one of the hands, by the way. What have you done? I'm following your instructions, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭. I've lost my keycard. Oh, okay, that might have been a bad idea. I blame 𝐂𝐨𝐴 for that one. He didn't tell me to stop. So mean, you can't be doing this. You shouldn't be encouraging an addict. Oh, we're back here. Do we need that spare hand, or is that, like, non-essential?
99% of gamblers lose before 𝐒𝐫𝐸𝐲𝐸.
That's why we couldn't thingy, because we had to hoist it over here, don't we? Something just tells me it's that electrical box. Or not? Why is it, like, pulling me toward it? What is this? If I touch it, will I die? Or if you stuck your hand in the hole? I don't want to stick my hand in the hole. What if I lose it? Okay, Henry, don't be weird. Got Dragon Quest X? Oh, that sounds nice. Okay, let's drop the things we need. Like the severed hands and the... maybe the keycard. Okay, well... we got the stuff we need, I guess. That's rare? What's rare? What happened to my MasterCard? Did it just glitch out? I think you used it? Oh. There's 31 gigabytes. I wouldn't say that's a large game now. Old badge. Movie ticket. Okay. There's 2 paper crane. Oh, it's like paper crane TikTok gift. Ooh, lost key. Is that useful for anything? IDK. How do they compress such huge games like this? I'm not too sure. Use coffee machines, they're calling. The one that can give you anything. That's the infinite door, isn't it? This is the skull room. Oh. I know, it's F5, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, let's try this chat. Cause usually Call of Duty games are like poorly unoptimized. I've been lobotomized, chat. What? Isn't that like the... that symbol, that's like a wrong-in one, isn't it? What happened to me? Because I don't feel any different. I'm still bleeding at least. Okay. Well, feel something breathing right next to you. Why am I short? What? Why is there a... What's your library for like 8th gen games? I probably mix of like 7, 8, 9. Countered the atrocity skull, okay. Oh, am I not dead? I don't know what's going on, man. I just met the bloody wrongins. I was getting blood drawn and that's what it looked like. Okay. Why am I so tired? Unless you're AAA games? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really play AAA games at all. I have like no AAA games in my Steam library. What SCP is this again? Oh, the door's not open. Retro AAA? If it's games like that, I have like those two. What I'm trying to think is AAA. I got the original Plants vs Zombies. I don't know if you'd count that as AAA because that's the original one. Oh, the bloody spooky scary ghosts are still chasing me. I can do this, guys, watch. I'm back here now. Chat, I feel like too mad. I feel like too mad. Oh god. Oh no, I'm not dead yet. Yeah, let's put night vision. Oh, there they are. How do you get rid of these? Because they don't seem to go away, do they? Feeling faint? Gee, wonder. I couldn't tell. You can? So they're gonna just be chasing me. Do you like having a huge game library? It's not something that bothers me, I'd say. I just sort of been playing games over the years, and I just have games. It's not like, oh, I'm sad because I have so many games. It's not like that, I'd say. Just end it already? Okay, whoa, you can't say that. Okay, Jesus. He wants a hug? I don't want to hug him. Oh god. I can't make anything out. Is there a door here? Okay. That was lovely. Yeah, let's not touch the funny skull again. Have you ever trash talked on Left 4 Dead Online? I have not, no. I've played a little bit of Left 4 Dead, I've not played it much. None of my friends have it, so I want to try like meeting people have it at some point. Found the upgrade machine yet? Not yet. Oh, we know we did at the start, but we didn't have the stuff to use it. Okay, yeah, let's not touch the German skull. Have you ever played Call of Duty? I did when I was younger. I used to be more into the COD games back then, but not anymore. Do you play online? I played quite a bit of Black Ops 2 online. That I played. Red some scrubs. I was used to be a big fan of Black Ops 2 online, but with Black Ops 3, I've mainly played zombies. Okay. Okay. What am I supposed to do in that situation? What am I supposed to do? I clenched my butt? Yeah, no, I don't blame you for that. Why is it a pumpkin? I think it's because of Halloween. That's why it's a pumpkin. Quite scary. Is this a Halloween version of the update? I think so. I downloaded the game off of Steam, so I'm assuming it's like a Halloween skin or... Oh my god! Dude, Jesus, why is it right at me?
Ori, stop tweaking out already, please. You're pissing me off, numpty.
Okay, it's not my fault, Rab. Now chill. These spawns are like ass. Oh, dude, how do we get rid of that? There must be a way to get rid of that. Oh, okay, SCP thingy is over there. Okay, we found the room I wanted to go to. We're playing the multiplayer version. So we're playing the multiplayer version on Steam, so I think that might be why it's got updates. How do we get in there, though? Level 1 keycard. Is it a free game? Yeah, it's free on Steam. Yeah, then go back. Like... I'm getting cock-blocked by the bloody thing. You mean this door? The door that's locked, guys. That doesn't open. Oh, this. What did you say? I didn't say anything. Dude, I can't get up the stairs. Like, I am physically unable to make these final few steps. Okay, there we go. Oh, medkit, medkit, medkit. Please give me a medkit. No medkit, but... I don't like how I'm hearing... Dude, I actually don't know what's going on right now. I'm like... Don't you dare touch me. Okay. He was not chill, no. Ugh. I wish there was more medkits in the game. I'm like... Oh, there it is, the Chaos Insurgency. 1924. Hello Game with Glitch, hello, welcome to the stream. We're playing SCP Containment Breach multiplayer. This game is so hard for beginners. Yeah, I've discovered that. It is. I'm getting Steam achievements though. That's kind of cool, I guess. I like collecting achievements. Okay. There's the thing. I don't know what you'd call it. Thank you, Game of the Glitch, for the You're Awesome, by the way. I do appreciate that. Can I, like, bait it in here? These guys go through doors, don't they? Xbox Achievement Hunter? Yeah, I like it. I like achievement hunting on Steam. I like the 100% games and stuff. Okay, we're about to find out. It just goes through, doesn't it? Or does it open it? Okay, opens it. So like, nice. Okay, so I need to go. That's the room I need to go to. Back to heavy containment. I need a medkit first, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭. That's the issue here. Is I'm bleeding out. I'll pretend that didn't happen. That didn't happen, chat. Okay, that guy wasn't there. Oh my god. Bro thinks he's hidden. Yeah, no, he was too hidden. God, always watching. Medkit, for Christ's sake. It's one of those again. Can I, like, be spared for 5 minutes? Oh, god damn it, dude. I'm gonna expose that. I hate those things. Oh my god. I got scared by the fucking shit pipes. Okay, we're back here. This is where 2-4 thingy came through. Oh, hello, Martin. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing good, man. God damn, I haven't seen you in the stream in ages. Welcome. Hope you're doing good. We're playing SCP Containment Breach. It's like a horror game where you're stuck in this like facility, and there's a bunch of like evil like creatures and evil entities that are chasing you. But yeah, it's nice to see you in the stream tomorrow. It's been a while. The Elevator of Death. Okay, we love that. This is also the Elevator of Death over here, isn't it? Yep, okay. Doesn't work. Okay. That's lovely. But yeah, it's nice to see you here, Marin. It's been ages. I hope you're doing good though, man. Oh, the fans turning on scared me. Oh, level 4 keycard, please work. Emily Ross's badge. Ooh, a computer. Oh, that froze. I think my game crashed.
150 viewers per.
Oh. Oh. I have to hold down? Anyone else online? Okay, let's read this. Emily Sharon. They just got this picture for Google. Oh, expired in 2022. I'm good. Trying to watch for a good while, but the live would always glitch. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's nice to see you in the stream for once, though. It's nice to see you here. It's been a while. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. You gotta save Emily and escape the facility? Right, I'm under the assumption Emily's gone. Something tells me if I put that gas mask on... Don't do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh! Okay, yep, let's put the gas mask back on. Um... 1442, I think so, yeah. Congrats. What is this place? (106) Is 106 the creepy old man, or...? Yeah, this place looks like hell. I can't even make it up the stairs. How do I... What do I do here? Is there anything to do here, or... Nothing? Okay, Kyle, chill out, dude, chill out. Same with you, Kaius, come on. I've told you guys to stop with those jokes now, it gets a bit annoying. Thank you, Required, for sharing the stream. So is there anything I actually do here? Is this place just to escape that guy? Oh, the bloody thingy's here, is it? Oh! Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my god! There's no medkits in here. Oh. I think I might be dead. My time is here. Hurry up, or you're gonna kill me, you freak. Thank you, Kyle, for sharing the stream. I do appreciate it. Okay, this guy's taking a while to die. No, I'm taking a while to die, yeah. Maybe get two of them to kill me. I'm like slowly going out, chat. Blaze of glory. So much glory here, is there? I don't like the effect when you lose blood where you're like fainting and it looks so weird. Oh, okay. It looks happy. Yeah, no, it looks very happy. Feels realistic. Oh, have you died before? Oh, yep, no, we're almost dead. You can load the game instead of dying brutally. But yeah, it's kind of funny if we die, though. You're feeling faint from the amount of blood you've lost. Okay, Kyle's alive to me. Bruh. It's kind of funny to watch myself die here. Okay, it's taking too long. I'm just gonna load game. Well, I'm gonna take the very funny epic gas mask. I was mentioned. Yeah, you shed the life to me. That's what I was saying. Yeah, you're welcome. Sure thing, buddy, sure. Oh, there's the gas mask. Yeah, let's grab it. Creepy old man. Okay, we've been this way. Fudge, there's a whole lot of them. Run past him? I don't know if I can. I don't want to risk it because I'm already bleeding out enough. Okay, I think we should wait here. Bye, Tan. I'll see you around, Kyle. I'll see you around. Run, run, run. We're fine. Oh my god! Oh my god. That's a bit mean, Henry. Don't say that. You ain't the cure to anything, you freak.
My cure is most effective.
What did Henry say? Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, this game is so buggy. The spawns are so bad. I'm like soft locked here. Thank you, Required, for sharing the stream. I do appreciate that. I think you should cheat. You'd know a lot about that, wouldn't you, 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐭? Come on, open the door. Okay. No, you deserve that one. Bruh. Deserve what? Nothing came through, buddy. Oh, look at the spawns! Look at the spawns! What am I supposed to do when he spawns right there? Feeling... I'll see you around, Rab. This feels like last stream. It feels utterly hopeless. What time is it, dude? Oh my god, it's 11 PM? Jesus. I'll be a good night, Rab. I think we'll either need to make a new save game or try a different SCP game, because this one is just soft locked. But I think for tonight we'll end the stream because yeah, this is just devastating. Thank you guys for the awesome stream. No, that's actually pretty chill. I'll probably try a different SCP game at some point. If I can find like one that's not as buggy. So if you guys have any recommendations, just let me know in the Discord. If you've not joined the Discord already, it's just discord.gg/RATitan. Thank you guys for the awesome stream though. If you did enjoy this, make sure to drop a follow and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you all have a good night and goodbye.
Bye Orion's TikTok chat tongue.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you. Glad to catch you even if it was only for 5 minutes. Yeah, it's nice to see you here as well, Martin. It's been a while, dude. I hope you're doing good. But I'm glad to hear you. I'm glad to see you in the stream. I hope you have a good night as well, Martin. I hope you have a good night. Good night, Kaides, Required and Henry, and good night, everyone else as well. Thank you guys for being here. Good night, Adrian. Thank you guys for the awesome stream, and I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Hope you all have a good night, and goodbye.